I'm gonna be completely honest. This video is purely made out of hatred and anger that I've been feeling lately because of Paladins. Matter of fact, I just finished editing my snipers video, which means I intend to get this video out there as fast as possible, so you might notice it's less edited than my usual videos. The Assembly of Champions is a nice idea. Basically, it's supposed to make a bridge between the developers and the players so they can be aware of their opinions about certain stuff in the game. The main goal, of course, is to improve the game as much as possible. Now, look, the AOC is a topic that I've been avoiding for a long time. You can't judge a football player by his early year impressions, you can't judge him by his mid-year impressions, and you can't judge him by his impressions at the end of the year. You have to combine that shit. That's what I wanted to do with the AOC. I kept my mouth shut the entire year to see what they're gonna bring to the table, what improvements they're gonna offer. And the major differences they made in Paladins throughout the year are the following. Oh shit, I remembered. There was no fucking difference! What am I gonna get for voting in this stupid AOC thing, huh? What am I gonna get? Pip now heals an additional 150 HP? Thank you, Assembly of Champions, for increasing Koga's ultimate charge. I love you guys. Take my money, take my wife, take my dog, take my house. Obviously, I care about the balance and shit, but here's the issue. I can't relate to any of this nerd bullshit because I can't play the game myself to know what's easy and what's hard and what is balanced and what is not. I'm gonna focus on my most recent experience of playing Paladins. My latest video was supposed to be a piece of cake to make, right? It was supposed to be uploaded by the 7th of December, but since the game was being a bitch, I couldn't get any footage. I'm talking about the problem of completing log-in. This stuff can take up to 10 or 20 minutes and it won't get you nowhere. So you're stuck using Task Manager to close the game and keep relaunching, and it's such a frustrating experience. And when I'm done with completing login, you think I can just play the game, right? Yay! No more problems. World peace, am I right? Fuckity duggity no. The game goes ahead and gets stuck on loading vendors, which is even the bigger bitch. This one is 10 times worse than completing login. I asked on the subreddit for a solution to solve this. No one gave a shit. But even after trying so many things that I found on the internet, I couldn't really fix it. I reinstalled the game. Guess what it did? Jack shit. I verified the integrity of game files. Guess what it did? Jack shit. I tried to use the non-Steam version. Guess what it did? Jack shit. I submitted a ticket. Guess what it did? Jacqueline shit. The only way I could get through this retarded system is by closing the game and starting all over and having the patience of steel. Between the 15th try and the 20th try, something just clicks in and I'm finally in the game. And now I have to deal with the delay. Whenever I try to join a queue, it doesn't really say I am in a queue, but in reality I am actually in a queue. I'm just super mega ultra delayed, and since I'm delayed, I don't find a match when everyone else found a match. Instead, after saying match found, it goes ahead and crashes. What a fucking joke. So I have to keep spamming this reconnect button, which according to my friends is actually logging me in and out. After like 5 minutes of spamming left click, I join, and boy oh boy, I wish I didn't join. The game picked me fucking dredge. Are you serious? My key bindings are fucked upside down. The UI is absolutely on some wild drugs. I mean, are you looking at this? Plus, I can't buy any items. The items are completely gone because apparently everyone else bought the entire items. Even when I am not delayed and I don't crash at match found, I still crash in the middle of a game. Of course, it takes me a decade to get back, and when I get back, I get hit with the same bullshit as before. Even when I don't crash at those two situations, I crash after the match when the UI is still fucked. But I click home and it gets me here, and I have to do it all over again. But whenever I restart after the game crashing when the match is over, I can't see any game modes. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I literally cannot even play a match. The entire menu is fucked except the battle pass. Thank God the battle pass still appears. Hi-rez, listen, you guys definitely do not watch my videos because judging from that one Koga skin, you clearly have a shit sense of humor. What I am pointing at here is obvious. Why is the Assembly of Cucks not saying anything about these problems? Or hey, in their defense, maybe they are just very limited on what topics they can touch. If that is the case, then wouldn't you think they are useless at this point? This loading vendors problem started to appear to me back when IO came out, But then it used to happen like once a week, and restarting the game once usually fixes the problem. But with time, this started to happen more frequently, up to the point where the game is unplayable. By the time this goes up, Season 3 update should be out in a few days, and I already assume a lot of you are just gonna say, shut the fuck up and wait for Season 3. Here's the thing, buddy. If Season 3 update actually blows me the fuck away and fixes all of this, I will genuinely apologize and eat up every word that I said. Heck, I might even buy crystals that I won't even use just for the sake of showing my gratitude. But something is worrying me. Something is itching my stomach. When I read through the patch notes, I didn't find any single word about completing login or loading vendors. Actually, I didn't see any mention of a launch problem. The only thing that I found is the delay issue, and they even said it's for ranked and custom games. I don't even play those.
But Adrix, it's Season 3 hype, okay? Tiberius, how can you not be excited for Tiberius? How can you not be excited for Tiberius? Hype, 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 hype.
Alright, fine, add a tiger, add a panda, add a giraffe, add a penguin, add the entire zoo. I don't give a fuck. Just make my game run. And once you do that, how about you proceed to optimizing the fucking game? If you're a subscriber, you're already aware that I drop some very serious frame rates when playing Paladins, especially the ROM video.
Oh my god, Adrix, you poor sheep, make a Patreon, you have to be.
Shut the fuck up, my computer is very decent, okay? Before we proceed, I have to be fair and say, I don't always drop a lot of frames. There are some few days when Paladins runs perfectly, but that's a very rare occasion. Let me just pull the GeForce experience. Some people might say this is somewhat of a budget build, which is kinda true, but it can still run the latest games at a very playable frame rate. You can just type in these two in the YouTube search and you will find a dozen of people benchmarking the most demanding games. Actually, fuck that, I'ma show you myself. Let me just install some kind of an FPS overlay thingy. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Everything is maxed out, and would you look at that, 70 FPS. Now let's try something more recent. Borderlands 3. Again, everything is maxed out on the badass settings, 80 FPS. You can't write this shit up. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Same thing as always. Everything is maxed out. The epic settings, 90 FP fucking S. Keep in mind, this is a game a lot of people are bitching about and saying it doesn't run smoothly. All of these games that I showed you are single player games. Thankfully, one of my friends is letting me use his Origin account that contains Battlefield 5. I'm not gonna lie, after playing the preview of the game, I'd leave it at high if I want a more stable experience, but since we are pushing things to the limit, I'm gonna put it on ultra, disable VSync, and max out the FOV. This game looks absolutely insane. If you know Battlefield, you know this is a 64 player match. My PC is rendering all sorts of weird shit right now, while pulling what, 90 to 80 FPS? Even when everything is being blown everywhere, I never truly fell below 70 FPS. Oh yes, yeah, sorry, but I kinda forgot to include a certain game that I think you guys are gonna be very interested on. Just let me put this over on Epic, yeah, this on Epic as well, just put them all on Epic actually. Yes, perfect. If this didn't tell you much, then I don't know what will. By the way, shout out to Eggy Gaming for letting me use his Battle.net account. I'm a content creator for Paladins. Wouldn't you agree that I need to advertise the game for what it's supposed to look like? Even when I drop it down to high or medium, it still doesn't give me the FPS I need. If you want to record your gameplay footage, you have to use some kind of a software like OBS, Bandicam, Shadowplay, and some of those softwares take away few frames when they are capturing your footage. Some take 7, some take 10, some take 15, you get the point. This means if I wanted to make a 60 FPS Paladins video, I have to have a stable 70 or 80 frames. But whenever I get in a firefight, Paladins decides to drop to the deepest bottoms of hell, also known as 20 FPS. Do you honestly expect me to be like 90% of your player base and just overhype any champion that you come up with? Do you expect me to praise you for all the little tiny irrelevant improvements that you're gonna add? Do you expect me to worship your skins and buy them the split second they go live when my game runs like dog poo-poo shit? I know it's very hard to relate to what I'm saying, but please understand, this is not about matchmaking ruining my fun. This is not about a bug that I can just brush off my shoulders. This is about the game literally not letting me play it, and if it does, it's such a laggy, inconsistent performance. You can call me a whiny ass kid, you can call me an arrogant asshole who's just trying to be insulting, you can call me whatever the fuck you want, but you can't deny the fact that in in 2019, I've been one of the top guys promoting Paladins and bringing in new people to the game. And whether you wanna argue that I advertise my videos in a non-family friendly way, it doesn't matter at all. It still gets the job done. My videos still get the attention and the interest of non-Paladins players.
This video is gonna seem like it came out of nowhere, and the reason why is because out of nowhere, YouTube just started recommending me a Paladins video by Adrix, and I watched it, thought it was hilarious, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hop back into Paladins. And
I never asked you for anything. I never asked you for a stupid blue check mark next to my name so I can feed my ego, get more attention, and make the rest of the players feel less relevant than me. I never asked you for a Paladins partner program so I can get free crystals, free skin keys, and give them away while forcing people to follow me on every social media that exists. I never asked you to retweet my videos on your 1 million Twitter follower page so I can get more views and traffic. I never asked you for any type of recognition. All what I am asking you is make my game run properly, or if you think that I am doing something wrong, please let me know what it is. A lot of people think I am this negative person who never enjoys Paladins. That's a retarded statement. I love this game. There is just a lot of barriers between that love. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can throw a bunch of used condoms at people and stun them. You can hit a guy, teleport behind him, hit him again, get back and kill him. You can be an auto-aim bitch that spams Q. You can curse people with your used condoms. You can stick a bunch of bombs and detonate them for a full health wipe. You can get back from the dead. You can sit on a corner and spam grenades. You can make fun of the Mave community. You can turn people into chickens. You can force a Drogos to ult your clone. You can play Vivian with morale boost, life rip, and kills a heal. 3. How the fuck do you expect me not to enjoy? Evil Mojo, I appreciate all the efforts. I really do. I know it must be very hard for you to keep up with all this bullshit. I am sorry. I am really sorry, but from where I am standing right now, I can't help but notice that the Assembly of Champions is nothing more than a cheap publicity stunt. You flew all those different kids from different countries to Atlantis or whatever the hell you are located. At the end of the day, I get a fucking Barrick buff? What the shit? Did they even mention certain champions are getting a lot more skins? I don't know, something like, hey, our players think that Mave and Ying are receiving too much skins. Thank you guys for watching. It's insane how we started the year with less than 4,000 subscribers, now we are over 40. It's fucking unbelievable. 2019 was one of the best years in my life, and I think Adrix was one of the main factors for that. So I wish you guys had a better holiday than me, and see you next year.
I take a cold hard look at the world now. Hold my hand out, got a plan now. I'ma help be the change cause I can now. Here I stand now, take my hand now. No pain, no gain, no shame. Work hard, play hard, okay, I think I get it now. Don't wanna let them down, I'ma take the ground and speak my mind.